Folks, this is the kind of epic meltdown that'll have you glued to your screen, shaking your head in disbelief. Imagine a guy storming into a live radio debate, chest puffed out, declaring war on woke culture like he's some kind of hero. But then, bam! One simple question hits him like a freight train, and he crumbles faster than a house of cards in a hurricane. This isn't just any awkward chat, it's a total disaster that exposes how hollow all that anti-woke rage really is. We're talking about a caller named Anthony who rings up James O'Brien, proud as punch, labeling himself anti-woke. But when pushed to explain what the heck that even means, he unravels in real time, digging himself into a deeper hole with every word. It's hilarious, it's cringeworthy, and it's a wake-up call about those empty culture war battles we see everywhere. Before we jump in, shout out where you're tuning in from in the comments. London? New York? Sydney? And smash that like button, subscribe, so you catch every juicy breakdown like this. The call kicks off innocently enough. James greets him. "James, how you doing?" Anthony shoots back, "Good, thanks." Then he drops the bomb, "Yeah, I'm anti-woke." James, ever the pro, probes gently, "Excellent. Is it in your Twitter profile?" Anthony admits, "I don't have Twitter. I've got Instagram, but it's in my Instagram." Okay, fair enough. But James isn't letting it slide, he wants the meat. What does it mean? What does it mean? Anthony stumbles right away, hedging like a politician caught in a lie. Well, what does it mean to me? People have different interpretations of anti-woke or wokenism. He pauses, then tries, to me, it means people who seek offense where it doesn't exist. They look for the tiniest little thing and pin on it. Sounds vague, right? James calls him out, but everyone would be anti that, wouldn't they? Anthony fumbles more. No, it's a bit like driving in a bus lane, but not your full car's not in the bus lane. It's just one wheel that's in the bus lane. Anthony shifts gears. I used to work in local authority. I'm now self-employed, but when I worked in local authority, you didn't get on with your work. There was a few hours a week dedicated to these sort of woke agendas. James leans in, "Yeah. Go on." Anthony continues, going on these sort of courses and these internal training courses. James asks, "What were they teaching?" Anthony dodges, all very insincere. James retorts, "Well, you might have been. You can't speak for anybody else." Anthony presses, "No, but the trainers would hold these courses." James interrupts, "What sort of courses would these trainers hold?" Anthony evades, "And you know they're being paid an absolute fortune." James nails it, "That's not anti-woke. That's just envy." Anthony admits, "Well, I'm very envious." But James won't let go, "I know you are. But what were the courses designed to do? What were they training you to do?" Anthony claims, "I think they was designed to stifle rational discussion and debate." James mocks lightly, "Well, they put that on the agenda? They put that on the door, did they?" Anthony backpedals, "No, but that was..." James persists, "So, what were they designed to do? What sort of courses are we talking about?" Anthony mutters, "I said, am I in an echo chamber?" James quips, "Well, clearly not, mate." "No. Do you know what that means?" Anthony confesses, "No, I don't." "But you're going to tell me." James circles back, "So, what were the courses officially designed to do?" Anthony describes, "Right. So, we'd go on these courses. And you'd all be in a room and it would be some topical discussion about something that's happened lately." James groans dramatically, "Oh God. Damn with that sort of awful." Anthony agrees, "So what would happen?" The powers that be would say, "Oh, we better, this has happened in America. We better send everyone on a course." James demands, "For example?" Anthony hesitates, "I don't want to quote examples really." James insists, "You kind of have to. That's the point, isn't it?" Anthony offers, "Well, you bring one up and I'll give you." James refuses, No, 'cause you're telling me what it means. And the example is these courses that you went on. So, just tell me what they were about. Silence looms. James checks, still there? Anthony, yeah. Then he ventures, but let's say for example, preventing barriers to staff progression. So, people from certain religions, cultures, races, etc. James points out, but you were going to give me an example of something that had happened in America. Anthony backtracks, yeah. So, that's happened. No, I was just. I won't bring that up. James presses, why not? Because I think most of your listeners know what I'm referring to. James admits, I have not got a clue. Anthony urges, okay. Just keep an eye on the tape, the emergency tape that kicks in when we have periods of silence. James urges, so, just tell us, everybody already knows, Carl, so just tell us what it is you object to. Anthony whines, well, I just think it's really insincere. James retorts, yeah, but we can't really know what that means until you tell us what it was. Anthony stammers, so, what was it, mate? Thing is, I'm a bit scared to go down the rabbit hole. James clarifies, just to be clear, you didn't ring in by accident, did you? Anthony, no, of course not. James recaps, so you rang in to answer a question about what anti-woke means. You said here are some examples and I said just name one. Anthony circles, and you said what does it mean to you? So what does it mean to me? It means people that actively seek offense where it doesn't exist. James, yeah. So what were the courses? Anthony, well, various courses. Just give me one example then. Well, preventing staff progression. People. James interrupts, what do you think that means? Anthony, well, just stop them progressing in their career. James twists, so, they were teaching you how to stop progressing in your career. Anthony, not me personally. James jokes, I suspect you didn't need any lessons. Anthony, no, I didn't. I went to work. James, what were you talking about? Be nice? Anthony, oh, so these were courses encouraging people to behave and be nice that you object to. That's what you mean by woke. James continues, that's what all my other callers have already said. I think we learn this when we grow up. Well, some of us do. Anthony, I grew up in London. James. Well, you're very lucky. You're already very nice and well behaved. What about people who aren't? Surely they benefit from these courses.